We'll play the DLC and we'll see if we get some more clarity, I guess. That's what we're after. It's still very ambiguous. Let's see if we can get some clarity.
Previously on Alan Wake, something I only know as the Dark Presence held my wife captive and used her to write a horror story that came true.
I'll bring her back.
Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
I'm about to throw my computer out the window
I saved
too.
Alice, then wrote a better ending for the story. But not without a price. I was trapped somewhere in the dark place, a strange zone somewhere beyond our world.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
So he's trapped in a dark place, which could be his mind, right?
There are mixed emotions.
But he did save Alice.
Accomplishment and relief.
Like he rewrote the
Sadness,
ending, she got
depression.
saved. Okay.
For a while, everything was about the work. Like an illness, it consumed you, changed you. You locked yourself away from the world to do it, and now you need to recover. Learn to live without it. Find a way to crack open the door and let the light back in.
Yeah, it's the DLC, Kishi. This is the DLC right now. So, this takes place after the game.
It was familiar, but wrong somehow.
Welcome to the...
Everything had a surreal, dreamlike quality.
I can't believe it.
I had a disturbing feeling of deja vu.
So this is how the first game,
No idea
the first
why I was
episode
here
starts
or
off.
where I had been before
Exactly
this
like
moment.
this.
But
Well,
something was waiting for me at the back of the diner.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in
except
love.
this, he says deja vu because he's already experienced this before.
Fear is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
And see, and it,
Come on, Mr. I can't believe it. I'm having a conversation with...
and then there's these guys.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ah.
It does that. Get stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack. You put...
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you in your sleep.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
And then so in the base game when we did this experience in the back here, he meets that lady the witch, and she gives him the key to his cabin, and then of course they get there and shit hits the fan, and we now know that the lady who gave him the key is the one at the end who we killed, the big dark presence. So
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
yeah, 69, eh? Except this time she's not here. Not yet, anyway. What?
Alan, listen to me. Go no deeper.
What?
Focus. You're losing yourself.
Oh,
I will try to help
Pike.
the best I can, but it's up to
Aw,
you.
Pike, man. Thanks for the bits, man.
What do you
Didn't have to
mean?
put bits in
I
there.
cannot hear you. Please, you're the one making all this happen. Concentrate. This is what's happening.
Nightmares. Too deep. Can't take the pressure. It's too much. Suddenly,
Thank you, Pike.
face to face.
Really appreciate it, man.
At the sight of myself, the dream suddenly became lucid. The dark place. That's where I was.
You will need weapons.
Yep, give me the flashlight.
It's not the light itself, but what it represents. You will need it. This is not a gun. It is a tool in a logical process of elimination. Be careful. I will try to find a better point of contact.
I didn't understand Zane's message, and knowing where I was didn't fix it.
So that was Zane talking
Something
to
had
him.
gone wrong after I had finished departure.
So Zane gave him a flashlight and a gun because he's got to try and fix something. So Zane's tasking Alan Wake with fixing something. God knows what he's fixing. Pikey. Oh, you just got some bits so you want to see how it works? Oh, thank you, Pike. Thank you. Alright, Pike. Before you said Thomas Zane didn't exist, or he doesn't exist, but Ascendant Dragon said that Thomas Zane does exist. I guess I just want the two of you to kind of work out whether he does or doesn't exist.
What the hell was that?
You gave Jules 9-9?
Day had become night. The diner had become deserted. Then the door was smashed off its hinges and Wake had to fight for his life.
Oh, that tally is literally telling him what's going to happen. Like, he has to fight for his life in the diner, which is now what we're doing, yes. Whoa. So she quotes a poem written by him. Yeah, I've learnt Ascendant. I've learnt through streaming actually that playing games while drunk, especially like story-based games where there's a lot of like thought that has to be put into understanding the story. I've learnt that that's not the best thing to do, right? Is play these games drunk. I could never play Alan Wake drunk. I can't even understand these games sober. Imagine if I was drunk. I'd be even more confused with what the hell's going on. There's the alarm clock. Boom. 1 out of 10. Okay. So the alarm clocks are in here. They're part of the DLC. So the cardboard standees and the video games are all going to be DLCs. Okay, that's why I couldn't find them in the base game. Yeah, Star Wars drunk didn't go well? Yeah, exactly. Video games drunk doesn't work. Unless it's like a casual video game that you can do while drunk and it doesn't require a lot of thought.
Wait for me!
But a lot of these games require a bit of thought. That's why, like, on the stream I played Marbles,
The world
because
had become twisted.
there's no
These
thought
trees
required.
didn't belong here.
Yeah, multiplayer's probably the better one for being drunk. I got no bullets. I literally can't fight these guys because I'm gonna have no bullets. Come on, Alan. Oh, reload, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Imperfect. Okay, now we're going to come out here and explore, because those monsters have kind of gone away. Though they will reappear, I'm sure, so... We'll go in the house and be protected, hopefully. I'll tell you what, if monsters come out in here, I'm fucked. I've only got 7 bullets. I've got nothing else, and I've only got 1 battery left in the light, so I can't even rely on batteries. Unless I find, like, some guns and stuff in here. You couldn't even see what was happening in the Evil Within? Yeah. Okay, so we can't go upstairs, okay. Because you're being drunk? What, the Evil Within? Yeah, I do. I do have the Evil Within. I've never played it, but I do own it, yeah. I've got the first and the second game. Because I bought them both on a flash sale here at EB Games, because I heard that they were horror games, third person. So I went, well, I'll buy the games because I'll get around to playing it one day. One day. Get around to playing it one day. It's the biggest laugh. I never have. Never played it.
I knew it was my writing, but the words were jumbled, dreamlike fragments. Reloading frantically. The rounds slippery as my stone's throw away from the tent. The bed looked inviting, but it was just the radio. I had to go on. She was startled by the phone.
There again, the text.
The GPS system was working. I hadn't expected that.
Like the text appears and then it becomes...
I'm trying to reach you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Listen, I can help you, but you're drifting deeper. I can't reach you. You must come to me. I can't maintain the connection. Use the words. Follow the signal.
Yeah, so Thomas Zane is going to try and get him out of
GPS
his
system to work.
dark place.
I doubted any satellite was in range here. These were alien skies, but it was guiding me towards something. Towards Zane?
I mean, the whole thing's... It seems like what I'm gauging from this so far is that this is the metaphor, is that he's in his dark place, and the connection is getting weaker because he's going deeper into his dark place, and Thomas Zane's trying to guide him towards the signal or the light, which will probably, hopefully, pull him out of his depression, and that's what I'm getting from this. If we're looking at this on a metaphorical sense. I mean, Thomas Zane could still be an alter ego of Alan Wake. Because it goes in line with Control. If Thomas Zane doesn't actually exist, and he's just a figment of Alan Wake's imagination, well then, it works here, because he's stuck in his head, and a figment of his imagination, a character he's created, is trying to guide him back out into the light. So, provided that's what this DLC is about, yes. Do you know much about gaming PCs? Depends. I don't. Chris is the... NSMPC knows more about it than I do. Heavy duty. Oh, and flare gun. But it doesn't mean that I can't answer some questions, Ascendant. It's probably more that if you have specific questions, go ask Chris. Chris, Ascendant just asked if I know much about gaming PCs. And I said, no, but you do. So... But, okay. Imperfect Soul, if you're still there. And anybody else, what's your theory on that word thing? The words appear and then it becomes the physical manifestation of what that word described. Like, do we have any theories on what that is? Or, like, does that lend credence to the fact that what he writes does come true? Or is all that bullshit too? He doesn't actually write a novel that comes true. That's all just a dream for him. A hallucination. Like...
Something had shifted again. The dark place was playing tricks on me. It wouldn't stay still.
Because the dark place itself, if that's his depression that he's trying to fight against, or, you know, what it seems like it is, because he's depressed, he's in his dark place in his head, so... But he keeps referring to the dark place being, you know, his depression, and maybe this is him trying to get out of there, but...
The town itself turned against Wake. Cars flew toward him. They cracked bone and crushed muscle.
Here we go. We got killer cars.
They wanted to bury him.
Yep. The killer cars are coming. So run. Yeah, we know what's happening. Oh. Keep running, son. Keep running. Can't go that way, okay. Oh, can't go that way either. Where are we going? In here, maybe? Nope. In here, maybe? Nope. Wait, maybe. Let me in. Okay. So I find it interesting that, like, it seems like in this DLC, there's no items to just pick up. Every item to pick up is a word that he has to then turn into a physical version of it. But why? What does that mean? I guess that's the question I've got right now. Wow, there's too many of them. Okay, and I got rid of him. Cool.
Everything I saw was familiar, and yet it wasn't. Hello?
I cannot keep up. You're going too deep. I will try to guide you. Follow the signal.
I'm trying.
You must face yourself.
Follow the signal. That's what we're doing.
Oh!
Whoa. Everything completely just...
The GPS system was supposed to lead me to Zane, but the shifts were interfering with it. I had to keep trying. I wouldn't survive alone.
Do we jump over that? Yep.
The changes were becoming more violent. The street wasn't so much ripped apart as it was missing. Like some great hand had reached down and scooped it up. Everything felt erratic, unstable.
See, like all the ammo, he has to conjure them up from the word rather than actual ammo. Oh, they're the cutouts we need to get. Okay. Sarah Breaker, Bright Falls finest. The red-hot cop chick with the lightning-fast broomstick. Her debut book, The Only Girl in the Bookhouse, delves deep into the double life of having a successful law enforcement career while being involved in a secret society. How does Daddy's Little Trooper fit into an old-fashioned fraternity? Right? So I take it that now that I've read that, I'm going to have 1 out of 6 cardboard standees done. Okay. So there's 6 of these to find. I found 1. Gotcha. I mean, I'm sure I don't just jump into that. There has to be a way across. Yeah. That's the way across. I was sitting there going, do I just jump in? No, surely not. That would be dead. There we go. Whoa, whoa! Climb up, son. Oh. No. We're fighting monsters. Oi! I literally shot the flare shotgun, or the flare gun, and it didn't work. Oi! I missed the bridge. I've got to try and find a better way of fighting. I mean, I've only got 1 flare gun, but I want to waste it on the early guys in case, you know, another ambush. I should use some flares. Let's use some flares. Oh, go away, birds. Go. Go, you birds, you stinking birds. Come on. Alright. Alright. We've got them. And the birds have gone, yeah. So those birds just keep coming until you've defeated all the enemies, then those birds stop coming. Reload. Thank you. Thanks. I was struggling until you got here, Imperfect. I was struggling with these fights. And now I've realised I probably was struggling because I kept forgetting to reload and use flares. And then I see your name in the chat and I go, okay, reload, use flares. So... checkpoint. Okay.
Where are you? Look, I'm trying to follow your goddamn signal.
The dark place is playing tricks on you. You're still going deeper. I'm trying to guide you, but it's hard.
What is this?
I can help you if you just stop sinking.
What? This is bullshit.
It's happening again. Brace yourself.
So see what I mean?
And he was telling me I was going too deep. It was ridiculous, but I was more scared than amused. I felt like I was being hindered by an unseen force in ways I couldn't fight. All I could do was keep going.
So that's the situation. So I'm trying to follow the GPS to get towards Thomas Zane, but apparently I'm still going too deep into the dark place. And if I go too deep, I'm going to lose this signal connection, and then ultimately maybe I'll be too deep into the depression and that's it, I'm not coming out of this. So this is like the last semblance of hope, I guess, is that if I can follow the GPS signal and hopefully I get out of this dark place because of Thomas Zane, maybe that's the metaphor for Alan Wake coming out of depression, maybe. And that all is assuming that this dark place is a depressive mindset for him. I mean, it could be an also physical place, you know? A physical area that's like under the ocean, like a hell. So, either way, Thomas Zane's trying to save me from this. Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. So that's the synopsis of this game, of this DLC right now, is all we know is I'm in the dark place trying to get out, and Thomas Zane is trying to help me by making me follow his GPS, and that's it. That's all we know at this point. Sammy, how you going? Welcome. But yeah, Tom did try to save him in the main game too. And I guess Tom failed to save him in that regard because Alan Wake ended up in the dark place. Maybe. Wow. Flare, flare, flare. Alright, we got out of there. I was getting very nervous because I was getting ambushed and I was getting attacked and I thought this is it, I'm gonna die, but no, we got out of there. Okay. But yeah, I think you guys are right in that the dark place here is a Alan Wake being depressed and being in a really dark place inside his head. So that's what I think is going on here. And Thomas Zane is probably a character he's I still think Thomas Zane is a character that LOA created, like an alter ego. And so Tom, here Tom is trying to save him, but that's probably Alan's alter ego trying to save him to get him out of this dark place. That's my theory at the moment of what I think's going on. I still have no idea how, like... I'm not any closer with Alice, though, to know where she's at. I guess we'll find out. If we ever get out of here, that is. So, memory. Here we go, memory. Memory's good.
I don't see Barry.
Oh, that's right, because the flare went up.
Maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
I remembered this. This happened before we found Barry.
But again, did this actually happen? You know, or was this all in his head? The Barry and you know, the whole thing with Barry and the sheriff, was that all just a hallucination in his head?
The playground. Wake's pathetic memories of the Wonder Years and the contrary little boy pretending he didn't miss his father he never knew. It surged up and beat Wake down. Merry-go-rounds and slides, eager to cane in his head.
Yep, these things are going to become bad. Alright. Alright, we got out of here. We got out of here. Cool. It was pretty intense. I didn't think if we were going to make that. I was hoping we would have made it, which we did, so that's good to see. Oh, and the other thing in Perfect, if you're still here, is that there's no items in this world right now. Like, there are items in terms of guns, but every time there's like a gun. So, but obviously, the whole story of Alan Wake is probably his journey into the dark place, which is what ended up happening. Because by the end of the game, he ends up in the dark place, trapped. So... Oi! Wowee! It's still up in the air, exactly. We need more answers. We need more answers, and it's not happening. We're not getting answers yet. Oh, fuck this playground.
Pathetic memories of the Wonder Years and the contrary little boy pretending he didn't miss his father he never knew. And beat Wake down. Slides, eager to cane in his head.
Go, go. Yeah, it's all still up in the air. We don't. It's all too ambiguous to kind of know what's actually happening right now. Whether he's in a parallel universe or different plane of existence, or whether he's in his head. Yeah. But we'll play and we'll see what pieces get added to the jigsaw puzzle. We'll see what happens. I do like it though. I like how you... Yikes. There we go. See, so... I know Drongo is like an idiot, yeah. It's an idiot. Yeah, so for example, in Perfect, yeah, so in this world, right, in this DLC, you always see the item, like the word, key. Okay, then you flash it, and then it becomes a key. So, Now that didn't happen in the actual base game until the very end, when he ended up in that world, this world. So that's the only reason why I'm thinking, well, he hasn't spent the whole game in this world, because the items before that, at the end of the game, he was just picking up off the floor, and they weren't text, you know. So, and I'm you know, surely that has to mean something. Where now that he's in the world where text, I mean, you know, why have this thing where text becomes items? Like, it has to mean something. It has to be there for a reason. So, Barry Wheeler, the literary agent with the constant ailment, the frantic sidekick with the hectic rhetoric, the owner of the most fashionable jacket ever made, and the author of the indispensable guide to would-be agents everywhere, Blood from a Rock, When the Goose Starts Gold Bricking, presents a new collection of short fiction by Alan Wake. Included are classics like Errand Boy and numerous mortifyingly clumsy early works buried deep in the disappeared writer's files. Never intended for publication? That's not the Wheeler way. Get yours now. Cool. Yeah, there's also cardboard cutouts of all the characters that we've met in the base game. So we've already found a cardboard cutout of Sheriff, and now we've found one of Barry. So I'm presuming we're going to find a cutout of all the characters that we come across in the main game. So pick up the revolver ammo and the flare, there we go. And lithium batteries, we'll need that. And pick up the flare and the revolver. So again, like tools, you know, we had to pop open the word tools to get the tools. Why? That's my question that I'm hoping gets answered. It probably won't. But I wonder if the dev will answer that.
It was changing, twisting, out of control. It was too big on the inside. He couldn't see the ceiling. Something was moving in there. He was lost. He couldn't find the exit.
Asshole.
And it looks like these TVs that we're coming across are also narrating what's happening. Because every time they say something, it ends up happening.